Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm excited to share with you this fun, everyday, office-friendly, errand-friendly, wear anywhere, light spring seasonal color analysis makeup tutorial. We are gonna go through everything from our base to adding the perfect colors so you feel polished and put together without overwhelming your delicate coloring. Let's get ultra cozy and get right into this video. For my all-over foundation base, just to keep things feeling ultra harmonious for the light summer color palette, I went ahead and prepped my skin with a little bit of the e.l.f. Halo Glow. This is in shade 1. I wanted something just to add a little bit of a glow from within to my skin. That way, nothing felt too matte, because the most ideal finish for your complexion is going to be as close to satin. It's going to have that nice light reflective quality that is so at home within the light spring seasonal color palette, but it's not going to veer too luminous, too dewy, and not too matte. It's that nice sweet spot in the middle that it's like your skin but freshly hydrated, moisturized, and ready to receive the makeup. e.l.f. Soft Glam Foundation. This is a really beautiful, affordable foundation for giving your skin a lifelike finish. And the key with this, since you're using on top of the e.l.f. Halo Glow, which does have a little bit of coverage, is you need less than you think of this formula, which is really nice. That way we can keep our skin feeling like skin, just keeping everything very, very harmonious. Next thing you notice me doing is applying a little bit of a blush, and I use the Huda Beauty blush filter. This is in the shade Cotton Candy. It's a really beautiful muted pink peach. It's just going to add a little life and vibrancy to the complexion, because right now we are very much muting things out and taking away from that natural luminosity that is so at home and part of the seasonal color palette. So adding a little bit of blush just to the high point of the cheek within a shade that's going to harmonize with our look and the palette, it's going to work so well. Like just a little bit of this on the lip. Applying this blusher to the lips that I have on my cheeks, you can see it's now harmonizing and it's pulling the color in my sweater into the look. So we are feeling very at home within our seasonal color palette. And I like to do this before I apply my concealer, Huda Beauty Faux Filter Concealer. This is a really beautiful natural matte finish concealer. It's gonna help me shape and add structure to my face by changing the texture. So since my foundation has a nice luminous finish, the matte concealer is going to create contrast, which is part of the spring seasonal color palette, but it's also going to keep my look feeling more natural. Natural skin has areas of high and low, and we're going to keep the light shining and luminous where we want it to be to keep the overall softness down. Using a little bit of this matte concealer under the eyes and to strategically highlight and shape the face with my skin tone is going to keep everything feeling soft, light, and diffused without taking away from the beauty of the palette. And then to set everything down so base makeup is ready to receive powders, I use a little bit of the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder. This is one of my favorite powders. You get a decent amount of product for the price, especially when you compare it to some other options. What I love most is it gives you a natural matte finish. And when I'm applying it, I like to work with 2 brushes. So I like a smaller brush just to pack the powder where I want areas that are prone to shine, reflecting light where I don't want it, like the sides of the nose, between the brows, and around the mouth. I will then use a larger fluffy brush just to set the rest of the face. So everything now has this soft, lush feel. Think of it like creating cloud skin. It's soft, it's diffusing the light, and it's going to help everything that we apply on top of it even more easily. For this color palette, I like to work my cheek and face color into the eyes. So I'm going to do a little bit of an eyeshadow look now. I'm going to start off with just a base. You could use your concealer. I like using the MAC Paint Pots. This is in the shade Painterly. This is going to be a little bit more of a neutral cool tone shade. The slight pinkiness to this shade is just going to help neutralize and brighten up some of the discoloration most of us can have on the eyelids, and it's going to give me a really beautiful and fresh canvas. One of the tricky things within the light spring seasonal color palette is adding shape and definition to the eye area, because the eye is such a centralized portion of the face. It can feel weighed down very quickly. So to honor the balance, I'm going to actually start with my eyeliner on top of my prepped base. My base is also a creamed powder formula, which is going to help me blend out my eyeliner a little bit more easily easily. So to keep things soft, I'm using a neutral brown. This is the Sephora Collection eye pencil in the shade Tiramisu. This shade definitely leans more to the cool side of neutral, which is okay. Think of this as like borrowing from your neighbor palette, Light Summer. And this is gonna act as a nice backdrop. We're also doing it quite early on into our eye look. That way it's just gonna give you a little bit of contrast and definition. I'm gonna now use a little brush just to smudge out my eyeliner. You don't need to be perfect. If you don't like the way you're smudging out or you get too thick with the line, you can go back to that little brush that you just applied your base with and just use it to tidy up. You can shape your eyeliner. You can see just how a few swipes really helped shape my eyeliner. Now I have definition, I have lift, but it's still soft. It's not taking away from the overall brightness of my eye look. And then once I do the second side, I like to look in a mirror that's further away, side to side, keep my brow relaxed, and I can just go through and perfect and add harmony to my liner so things feel more symmetrical and I don't have to spend too much time laboring over my angles when I'm getting ready. I want to add some more shape and structure to my eye look. I want things to be more on the neutral side. And this is an interesting shadow color because depending on your skin tone and how warm or cool your skin goes, the shade can adapt to be a little bit more pink or a little bit more peachy. And that's one of the beautiful things about light spring being a transitional palette between a warm season and a neutral cool season. The shadow I'm using is from Laura Mercier. This is a caviar stick in the shade Caramel. With my eye relaxed, looking straight ahead in the mirror, where I want to add shape to my eye, I am just loosely scribbling on in this outer corner, and I'm not worrying too much about blending it. Going back to the brush that I applied my base shadow with, I'm going to use this just lightly to manipulate my shadow in that mirror that's further away. I've shared in some other videos, but I love working with my view a little bit further away because this is going to be closer to what other people are seeing us. And when you're working, especially with this light palette, Light Spring is such a light and delicate palette. You want to make sure everything is soft. Sometimes when we have our mirror really up close, you might feel like something is too dark, too harsh, or it's not bold enough because when you're really up close, it can distort to the overall look. A little bit of smokiness and drama can really help this palette come to life because even though it's light and delicate, there is still some depth that we can find. I'm just gonna build it up a little bit more. And what I like to do with this step is I like to use that liner that I winged out ever so slightly and just buff almost up and in from that angle. So I'm reinforcing the flick, lifting the eyes and keeping everything harmonious. And at this step, if you want to, looking further ahead, this might feel scary. Just take a deep breath, relax your eyes, and add a little bit of liner. I like to create this almost like little wedge blob. Then using that brush, that larger brush that we've been using to blend, I'm gonna now use that instead of the smaller brush just to diffuse it a little bit more. One of the things I love about the Light Spring seasonal color palette is since we're avoiding colors that are too dark, too bright, or too cool, as long as you have a great set of neutrals, maybe a warm here and there, you can make this look have a lot of impact without doing too much. And then what I like to do from here is I will go back to my concealer brush and just very gently tidy up and then tap over with my foundation brush. Now let's add color to our face. For highlight, I want a really beautiful white gold. This can have a little bit more brightness. It can have a little bit more reflect. I'm using a classic favorite that I love. This is the MAC Extra Dimension Skin Finish in the shade Double Gleam, and I'm gonna use that small powder brush high on my cheekbone. any of the high points where I want light to reflect. And I'm doing this before I apply any powder, blush, or bronzer, so you can be a little bit more free-handed and haphazard with your application. Keeping things cohesive and keeping your overall workload at a minimum, I'm gonna use a smaller brush and take my highlight on the inner corner of the eye. This is gonna keep my look feeling cohesive, but it's also gonna add that bright light reflect to our light spring look. And just adding this already, you can see in combination with that depth we added on the outer corner, it just feels so much more complete. You could add your eyeliner and call it a day. For bronzer, you want to be a little bit more careful because bronzer, especially a matte bronzer, which is what a lot of us use, can feel heavy. It can mute down the complexion and add almost like a grayness, which is going to take this light spring look into something that's a little bit more soft autumn. I'm going to use a matte bronzer that is slightly more pink peach versus a red orange, and it has a nice white bright base. This is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Bronzer in the shade 200 Fair. Using my large powder brush, tap off the excess, and I'm just going to pat here on the outer part of my cheek, nice and high, overlap the highlighter. And the overlapping of the highlighter is going to add light so it doesn't feel too flat. And what I have left just on the forehead, a little bit on the nose, and on the chin. If you want to, you can take it down the neck. Now that I have the product off my brush, I'm just going to gently diffuse, and I'm gonna buff up, blend into the hairline. You want this to be a soft suggestion of warmth. To keep it feeling tied together, I'm gonna use a fluffy eyeshadow brush, and I'm just going to whisk my bronzer on the eyes. Just reinforce where you placed that matte cream eyeshadow. This will add a little bit more warmth. It will help your product last a little bit longer and tie into the lower lash line, just to keep everything feeling big and diffused. You almost want to feel like your eye makeup and everything with your makeup has like a soft box diffusing it. Or think about sun on a cloudy day. Everything has definition and shape, but there's a soft haziness. I'm using that little brush I used for my highlighter just to take off the edges. For blush, I want to use a nice pink peach shade. So I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Cheek to Cheek blush in the shade Love Glow. Focus more on this shimmery peach shade. And I want to work that into my hand, and I'm going to place here high on the cheek. Since this shade has more of a light reflect, I want to keep it high on my outer cheek. It's going to add that beautiful soft glow because I want to keep the inner portion of my face almost like creamy. It's going to have a nice soft diffusion because this look is so bright and beautiful, and I want our makeup to harmonize with that. So keeping most of the color on the outer portion of the face, gently fading in, is going to keep our skin tone, that creamy aspect of the look, nice and central focus. So it's going to almost feel like no makeup because you're going to be focused on the beautiful clarity of the skin versus the color taking over. Now I'm going to focus on that more matte in the center, and I'm going to take that here on the front of the cheek. I love these hourglass scattered lights, the shade Reflect, and it just adds a really beautiful wash of light to the eyes. And what I love is you can use this shade and it's gonna really adapt to what you have on. So this is just going over top of that open lid space, and it's gonna tie everything together. And all I'm doing is using my lid as a guide and gently overlapping where I applied my bronzer and that cream eyeshadow. For my lips, I want to keep it simple. I've got my Huda Beauty liquid blush on my lips like a stain. I want to ground it with a little bit of a neutral lip liner. This is the Lisa Eldridge Sculpt and Shade Lip Pencil in the shade 0N. If you are someone who falls into any of the sub palettes that are neutral leaning warmer, so bright spring, bright winter, light spring, light summer, soft autumn, soft summer, deep winter, deep autumn, this is a great shade. What I like to do is roll the lip in and just sketch on the outer portion of the lip. This shade, you don't have to be precise. Use my finger just to blend it out. It's gonna give you that blurry lip that's been really trendy, but it's going to act like a shadow. Now I have a blush from CoverGirl. This is the CoverGirl True Blend Skin Enhancer Blush Balm in the shade Sprinkle. This is a really beautiful warm pink. And I want to take my blush brush again. I want to pick up that blush from my hand and I'm just going to stamp it right on top. I've already done powder products, but working this blush on my hand and then picking it up with a brush, it's going to slightly act like an agent to melt these powders into my skin to make them look more light skin. And it's going to add that final little bit of glow on the nose, on the chin, and just here on the sides of the forehead. It's going to tie everything together. And now something I like to do is take a little bit on my finger, finish off the lip. This is such a beautiful, comfortable formula. It feels great on the lips and the cheeks. And it's a convenient product that you can just toss in your bag and go about your day. For finishing touches, I like to do my brows now because where I've added my cheek color and wrapped it in, adding my brow color now is just gonna help me make things feel a little bit more natural because now my brow color will be on top of these various colors I applied to the cheek. So it's gonna make it feel more real. It's gonna make everything feel more like it's coming from within versus something that's sitting on top. And that's the beautiful thing with your makeup. You can change your application and the way in which you have your products applied to feel a little bit more harmonious and create different effects. I am using the e.l.f. Instant Brow Pencil in the shade Blonde, which is a little bit more of a neutral, leaning, warm shade. And that just helps add harmony back. And now we have definition and light. I want to add a little bit of gloss. This is the Chanel Rouge Cocoa Gloss in the shade 804. It's a beautiful, slightly milky peach pink. This shade was made for the light color palette. So late spring, late summer. If you were gonna invest in one luxury lip gloss, lip product, this is such a great shade. You can see it just ties everything together and it looks so beautiful. So, so beautiful. Now, something I like to do just for that finishing touch is I wanna curl the lashes, curl them really well. My best friend, she lives in the States. She is textbook late spring, bright blonde hair, bright blue eyes, and her non-negotiable is black mascara. And when she got into seasonal color, she couldn't figure out, she's like, I want to harmonize with my palette, but I don't want to give up my black mascara, especially waterproof. How do I make this black waterproof palette work for my late spring palette? So what I came up with is this idea of a lot of times when people want waterproof, they want something to lock things down. So give your lashes a curl. I'm going to use the Essence Lash Without Limits waterproof, and I am going to go to the root of my lash press, and I'm not going to pull the mascara through my lashes. I'm almost stamping it at the root and then just gently twisting up. I'm not going to the ends of my lash. That's going to give me a little bit of definition and it's going to help hold the root of the curl. Now, if you want to keep definition on the eyelashes, but you don't want to use black or brown, I love a good burgundy. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous in burgundy, and I'm going to use it now to define the rest of my lashes using the black base, and then this is going to help soften the tips. So that way I still have definition, I still have length. It's now just making this eye look feel more cohesive. It's really, really beautiful. And if you have blue or green eyes or even brown eyes, this burgundy shade is so beautiful. To finish off my look, I always like to tie in a fragrance. And for late spring, I want something that echoes the warm vibrancy of the spring palette with a little bit of a neutral grounding, because there's something in my mind that's almost ethereal or classic about the palette. So I thought of the classic Narciso Rodriguez for her fragrance, but I'm going to choose a spin. I chose the Forever version, which is a really beautiful hybrid of the original EDT, which is almost like an osmanthus peach scent, and it has a nice beautiful grounding musk, with the EDP version, which has a beautiful bright rose. This is going to be my base, and to add a little bit of fun to it and play off that peachy osmanthus note, I'm going to layer the Kayali Eden Sweet Peach 35. This is is just gonna add that fun vibrancy. It's going to make your everyday office look just feel so bright, so fresh, so fun without going too juvenile. And that is going to also complete my late spring look for 2026. I love this look so much, and I even went ahead and did a little fake tan on my body just so I was a little bit warmer for this color palette, and I love it. I love this so much. If you're a light spring or just someone who likes these light, bright, ethereal summertime looks, let me know, is this a look you're gonna try, and what are some of your favorite products to use for your light spring makeup looks? Until we see each other again, I hope you're taking care of yourself wherever it is around the world, and I will see you later. Bye, y'all.